третья часть. Мне очень понравился мне стандофф. Давайте играть. Да. Ну, прикольно. Да. Очень интересно, ребят. Кстати, если вы не знали, я играю в 4 пальца. Рустам, который мой друг, он играет в 2 все еще. Я не давно играю. Типа... Ну... Короче, на связь. С 16 это. Нет. Берем все это. Джабри не устраивает чисто. Пам. Такая пау. О, тут такая бум-бум. Да. Давайте по 350. Ложка граната. Не. Бежим. Ой, ребята, самый худший просто. Заид. Спортова 2 типа ему выполнили. Это родственник настоящим. Чего? Ну, конечно, гений. Это шизоид. Реально шизоид. Ну, конечно, шизоид. Не. Бомбанет. У меня? Да я просто даже среагировать не успел. Он уже выскакивает, такой привет. А вот что он в открытую был? Типа в том случае, когда он не нападает. Гений. Бога, просто. Гений Бога. Почему я жду? Куда? Что устроено было? NATO, EU and Western allies for saying this. And it's also worth noting, by the way, that at least 60 French mercenaries were killed in a Russian strike in the city of in January. Now, he's in Prague at the moment, Macron, and this is where the EU officials announced this ambitious proposal. And they're talking about boosting arms production. Выскакивает такой шизоид.
He spoke about this high
high-intensity war on the EU's
вон
border.
там.
And he spoke about this
Иди
new
пока.
security paradigm coming into the third year of the conflict in Ukraine. Now, he said that there is a need for 100 billion euros, that's 110 billion US dollars, to match or even overtake what is supplied currently by the Pentagon and the US defense industry. Now, he said to kickstart this ambitious project that the European Union Commission, the EU Commission, has ring-fenced 1.5 billion euros from the current budget that runs to 2027.
Да как? У них бошку попадал.
This 100 billion euros needed to kickstart the project is small fry, really. The other thing that they were speaking about is this check plan.
Да, конечно.
That Macron has said
Тиммейты.
they found
Еще нулевая.
500,000 155mm shells and 300,000, sorry, 122 billion dollars, and this is supported by around 15 countries so far signed up to this, and they're talking about accelerating
Джентик-топ, за джентер.
third countries, Belgium and the Netherlands.
Ой, флешбэк.
Signed up to this initiative. Macron said last week that he supported the proposal, which is again a bit of a U-turn because previously he committed to buying and producing munitions in Ukraine. But Macron has been joined by the Czech president, who has also spoken about this red line.
Шо? Со стены?
If we behave and act within the limits of international law, to give up options to help Ukraine, I am in favor of seeking new ways, including a continued debate on a potential presence in Ukraine in different
Аркана,
ways.
драгон.
There are concerns that
Скин.
we
Я
might
себе.
talk about
Да, он тоже такой хотел
because
купить.
this could really mean crossing the red line, but that's not on the table. We are talking about assistance.
So this is quite bizarre, really. Here you have both France and the Czech Republic mulling the idea over how they can both send troops to Ukraine and how not to do it. So this message is really just inconsistent.
All right. Now, today's rhetoric seems like a U-turn, you know, from what the president used to stand on and say before, isn't it?
Well, this is quite a U-turn, a dramatic U-turn. Emmanuel Macron, of course, was very well known for these lengthy conversations with Vladimir Putin. I think he was trying to position himself
Дими,
as the European Union.
почему? Ты же больше убийств сделал.
Conversations, even up until
Все, ребят, всем капец. Я взял АК-12. Снова сигнал. Паркур.
We must address, as President Putin has always said, is the fear that NATO comes right up to its doors
Пошли.
and the deployment of weapons that could threaten Russia. We need to prepare what we are ready to do, how we protect our allies and member states, and how to give guarantees to Russia the day after the negotiations.
Я прям в бушечку.
So again, this is quite bizarre. Here we have Emmanuel Macron. On the one hand, he's calling for increased weapons and more weapons to be sent to Ukraine, and on the other hand, he's acknowledging that these very weapons pose a threat to Russia.
Well, no one has forgotten 1812, the war in Russia that
Не
was
остался читер. Его откуда убили? Погодите.
Ukrainian officials.
Я просто не понимаю.
Well, of course, we've all heard Zelensky's plea and his never-ending call for more arms and more weapons. He's gone.
Вот это Корсон, иначе Пилсон, Персон, вот кусь. Уже поела.
Worth noting that there is seemingly a never-ending
Сейчас
supply
мне-
of these weapons that he's
Чем она
calling for when it
не
comes to shelling civilian
понятно.
areas in the Donetsk Republic and the Donbass. But now we have the head of a RADA committee on
Как?
foreign policy. He's now even saying that it's better for the West to send more weapons or ammunition than it is.
Просто вот как? И он, ничего, понимаете? Я стою внизу, он ничего не... Как? Просто дебилы. Ты скачивают, и еще типа... Ты что-то скачивают. Раз. Реально, мне вот честно. Это мне реально что-то попалось. Он типа стреляет в огромную бетонную стену, которая вообще с границы карты выходит. И потом чисто. Он меня убивает. И друг моему, кстати, был знаком. Чего? Ребят, самое главное, чел чит. Понимаете? Моя отверка. Воу. Ужасно. Блин, бедный читер, он вышел. Читер вышел. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Как? Смотря просто в огромную стену. Ладно, ребят, я не буду заканчивать видео. Мы сейчас сыграем, если хотите, команду. Если хотите. Ребят. Сколько у меня, кстати, серебра? Посмотри, может мне на боксе хватит? А камочка выпадет, ребят. Не, ну хватает. Ребят, давайте командку сыграем. И на этом мы не заканчиваем. Тройник аутсайд. Аутсайд, ура. Аутсайд. Сейчас будем всех скоординировать. Давайте, ребята, рискуем это. Два. Где, откуда? Пам-пам-пам. Кабум.
Now, for more on this, let's cross line to Gideon Grave, Israeli historian of the spirit. Gideon is looking at you, join me right now.
Просто огромный скилл на это. Скиллы. Все очень хорошо.
I think that will never be erased. To call a street which is
Чего?
to continue this name, to rename it the name of a murderer. I've never heard such a thing, and it's not the first time Ukrainians do such shameful action. I think it's spitting on the memory of the murdered Jews, Soviets and others. Pyotr Dyachenko was a member of the 31st
Новая игра из этих.
collaborated with the Third Reich with Hitler, was loyal to Hitler. Shameful, which should be prevented by all means, and not for the first time by the Ukrainians.
Он чисто выскакивает. Смотри. Где? Да вы задолбали в спину.
Thousands, many thousands of Jews Soviets, Yugoslavian patriots and others.
Тихо, 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 тихо.
This is impossible to give honor to murderers. Next step, maybe they want to give a name, a street on Bruner,
Ребят, Морбидис. Чего? Машина. Откуда?
Now, do such actions on the part of Ukraine, glorifying past Nazis, are they trying to whitewash what they're trying to do?
Знаем.
Naturally, they try. Their history of collaboration, of very
Пора выпустить своего демона. Ребест. Вау.
to give some presents to those who collaborated with them. They despised them. Full of pride and happiness, collaborating with Nazis, shame, and I think really every decent person in the world should propose renaming names of streets in honor of such big murderers who are part of the so-called Galician Nazi unit, fighting the German Wehrmacht, and being loyal personally to Adolf Hitler. We should not forget this.
We have to look at it now. Thank you, Gideon Gray, Israeli historian of the Holocaust period. Thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you.
Update is out again.
Так, там чел жесткий, Рил. Ну, справиться без справляюсь. Чё? Пока. Ладно, всем пока. Вы были на канале.